Hello, everyone. I'm Tyler,
And I'm Molly.
and you're listening to Real Time, where we talk about the movies we like.
And the ones we don't.
And we have Black Panther Wakanda Forever.
Mm-hmm.
That is what we're talking about today.
Freshly back from the movie theater, ready to go.
Just got back. We're here to tell you what we think.
Yep.
So, Black Panther Wakanda Forever. We'll just call it Wakanda Forever.
Yeah.
Just for the sake of brevity.
Yeah.
It takes place. Well, it starts. Okay, spoiler alert.
Spoiler! Don't watch this if you haven't seen it yet.
It starts right as T'Challa is dying.
Yeah.
Okay? Shuri is trying to recreate the heart-shaped herb that Killmonger, he previously burnt all of them in the previous movie. She's trying to recreate one so it could cure T'Challa of whatever is wrong. They don't actually say.
Yeah. They just say he's sick.
Which, kind of a parallel to real life, given that in the movie, T'Challa had been sick for some time and didn't tell anybody. Mm-hmm. Same thing with Chadwick Boseman, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And so this is about everyone coming to grips with T'Challa's death, and also coming into conflict with the kingdom of Talokan, ruled by Namor, who we talked about in the Black Panther episode.
Yep.
He comes into conflict with Wakanda, given that the U.S. had been using a device used to detect vibranium, and they stumbled into his territory in the ocean.
Mm-hmm. They found vibranium in the ocean.
Yep, which previously vibranium was only thought to have been in Wakanda, but now it's discovered elsewhere.
Mm-hmm.
So he wants to go after the scientist responsible for creating this device, a MIT student by the name of Riri Williams. In the comics, she's known as Ironheart, the successor to Iron Man.
Oh, all right, that makes sense.
Kind of a Bruce Wayne and Terry McGinnis situation there, except when she took over for Tony Stark was actually dead, not just old as heck.
Yeah.
And so it's basically just Namor trying to protect his people, Shuri trying to protect her new friend Riri, and all of the drama we're within.
Yeah. Lots of things going on.
Now, let's get the cast out of the way.
Okay.
Now, this movie stars Letitia Wright as Shuri, Lupita Nyong'o as Nakia, Denai Guerrera as Okoye, Winston Duke as M'Baku, Angela Bassett as Queen Ramonda, introducing Tenoch Huerta as Namor, Martin Freeman as Everett Ross, Dominic Thorne as Riri Williams, Florence Kasumba as Ayo, Michaela Coel as Aneka, Alex Livinali as Atuma, and Mabel Cadena as Namora. Those two are fellow, fish people to Namor, as you can tell by her name, Namora.
Yeah, makes sense.
Also, a person that many people were surprised to see, but honestly, it makes sense. Michael B. Jordan returns in the ancestral plane as Killmonger.
It sounded like you said ancestral plane.
No.
I'm just telling you what it sounded like you said. I'm just clarifying.
This is Wakanda, not Alabama.
Ancestral plane.
Ancestral plane.
I'm sorry.
You're silly. Mm-hmm. You know that.
Mm-hmm.
You are the silliest of all the silly gooses.
Dang.
Anyways, yeah, ancestral plane. Just making sure you don't think I'm saying ancestral plane.
You never know.
You're.
Have you said Martin Freeman yet?
I did say Martin Freeman. Martin Freeman. No, Andy Serkis this time, which
Well, he died.
he died in the last one.
So.
Michael
Was
B.
it
Jordan
like
died in the last one too.
Well, he died pretty early.
But then again, is Claw really going to show up in the ancestral plane?
No.
No, probably not. Maybe the ancestral plane. Maybe, I don't know.
I don't know.
So, what did you think of this movie?
Well, I'll tell you my thoughts going in and how they progressed. So, going in, you told me that it was like 2 hours and 40 something minutes long.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh. You know, I just was so. I didn't like it. I'll just say. I mean, I'm not talking about the movie so far.
You're talking about the runtime.
Just learning the runtime. I was not thrilled because it was like 7:30. The time started at 7:30.
Yeah, we got out. We got out around 10:30 because of all the commercials, trailers, and stuff.
Yeah. So I knew it was gonna be long, but I knew I could sleep in the next morning, so I guess I didn't care too much. But I just thought that it would just go on forever. But really, setting in there, it didn't feel that long because I actually got invested in the movie, and I will oppose that with the newest Doctor Strange movie.
Yeah.
How long was that runtime?
Let me check.
Because whatever it was, it felt like it stretched on forever. So I think I was worried it was going to feel like that again. But it actually had me more invested in the story. I actually really liked everything that was going on. I felt... What? Go ahead.
Doctor Strange 2 was 2 hours and 6 minutes long. So this
It
was...
was a little bit longer, but yet it felt like it went so much faster.
What about Thor: Love and Thunder? What do you think this tracked according to that runtime?
I feel like it seems about the same, I'd say.
Well, Love and Thunder was under 2 hours long.
I just tell you, it didn't feel that long, which is a good thing for my standards because that means I actually was enjoying the story, and they actually had me invested in what was going on. I felt like I got to know the characters more. I felt like this might just be my opinion, maybe because I didn't pay too much attention watching Black Panther. It wasn't really my thing, so I already kind of put it down. But I felt like I liked this one more than Black Panther, the first one. I don't know if that's going to be an unpopular opinion or what, but that's just what I'm saying right now. What about you? What are your thoughts?
Well, going in, the runtime didn't really mean too much to me.
Yeah,
because
you don't care.
I mean, look at me. I'm the kind of guy who thinks Zack Snyder's Justice League could have been longer. Okay, and that movie was 4 hours long.
Boy.
All right, so the runtime, no effect on me. But also because I don't have work tomorrow, so sure, fine, whatever. Mm-hmm. I could sit there for 3-4 hours, no problem.
No.
If I did have work tomorrow, then maybe there'd be an issue. But
we didn't get out too incredibly late.
No, we didn't. Anyways, so I was curious as to where the story was going to go, given Chadwick Boseman's unfortunate passing. Mm-hmm. I was curious as to how they were going to handle that, how they were going to, deal with all of that in story. When the trailers were coming out for this movie, we saw people dancing in a funeral setting, which of course means that T'Challa died, but I wasn't sure if they were going to possibly, they weren't 100% sure that T'Challa died, and which could open the doors for recasting at a later point, or if definitively dead and all that. He is definitively dead.
Yep.
Now, granted, the multiverse has opened since, Doctor Strange 2 and in No Way Home. So there's a possibility that we could see an alternate verse T'Challa or Black Panther or whatever. That's entirely possible.
Yeah.
But, we'll see. Now, I do feel like it went by pretty fast and pretty slow at the same time when it comes to certain points. I eventually at one point I looked at the time, and I found out we were halfway through the movie. It's like, oh, we're here already,
Yeah.
But like as soon as I did that, it kind of just pumped the brakes a little bit, which is weird because like a few scenes later after that, the Telecans attack Wakanda. So, but it never gets boring.
Yeah.
Like the movie isn't boring by any means. It's just, you know what I mean? It's like it goes fast, slow, fast.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I understand.
But for the most part, it's it's great. It's good. Timing's the pacing is wonderful. Our cat is getting is being weird. And me personally, I prefer the first Black Panther movie over this one. However, that's not to say that this one is bad by any means. It is a very it is a very wonderful movie. I really enjoyed it, and like you said, I was invested in everything going on.
Yeah.
And I like seeing more of these characters. I like seeing more M'Baku, Okoye, Nakia, Shuri, Ramonda, Ross. Oh, speaking of Ross, there's one other actor we failed to mention.
Oh yeah.
Julia Louis-Dreyfus returns as her character from Falcon and the Winter Soldier and Black Widow. I can't for the life of me remember her name.
See, I didn't know who she was. I was like assuming that I didn't.
Something like Alexandra Dufontaine or whatever. Or whatever.
I don't know.
Anyway, she's in the comics. She's known as Madam Hydra.
Okay.
Which Hydra isn't really a thing anymore in the MCU. A little bit.
I don't know.
It's weird. I don't even know. I don't watch Agents of Shield, but anyway. So yeah, she comes back. She's apparently Ross's ex-wife, and she's the director of the CIA.
Yeah.
She is set to. Sorry about that. Our stupid idiot of a crippled cat decided to unplug the microphone because he's a jerk.
He did unplug it though.
And he's fat, and he can't walk right, and he's dumb, and I love him.
Dumb. Yeah. So she's married. She was ex-wife
of Ross.
Yes.
And director of the CIA. She's going to appear in the upcoming Thunderbolts movie with so the Thunderbolts in the comics is a team of anti-heroes, supervillains brought together by the government to do stuff. Now, does that sound familiar to you?
Yes.
That sort of sounds like the Suicide Squad, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So it's a little different though. I'm not sure how, but I'm sure it is.
Alright.
Anyways, so yeah, there's that.
Yep.
She's said to appear in that with John Walker, Yelena Belov, David Harbour's character from Black Widow, I forgot his name. Ghost from Ant-Man and the Wasp, Taskmaster, John Walker from Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and General Ross, no relation to Everett Ross, who was previously played by William Hurt until he passed, and now he's going to be played by Harrison Ford.
Oh, nice. And what is this on?
Anyways, what was that?
What was this on? What are you talking about?
Thunderbolts still.
Okay, I didn't catch it at the beginning. Sorry, I don't know any of these movies, so I kind of zone out.
Yeah, you're not a nerd.
That is correct. Not a nerd. Tyler said so.
even though you are one still.
Different
Anyways,
type of nerd.
yeah, you like grammar. Anyways. So, what was your favorite scene in this movie?
That's a hard one because there are a lot of good scenes that happen. Oh boy, I guess I like the. Okay, I don't know if this was my favorite, but I know I have to like say something. So maybe the part where Namor, right, the wind guy, takes Shuri under in the water to see his city, and she's like looking around.
Yeah.
In the underwater city.
Now, there are going to be inevitable comparisons drawn between this and Aquaman's Atlantis. You know, just because Marvel, DC, water guys, stuff like that. So that's inevitable. Mm-hmm. And I'm just gonna kick it off. I prefer the look of Atlantis and Aquaman. There's a lot more going on. It's brighter, so you can actually see stuff. How ironic the DC movie has the brighter setting and not the Marvel movie. But yeah, I felt like there's more going on in Aquaman's Atlantis than Namor's Talokan, which people were kind of confused why this wasn't called Atlantis, and it's not always called Atlantis, for Namor. So there's that.
All right, I think I followed that.
Now, Namor here seemed more akin to Ocean Master, Aquaman's brother Orm.
Orm. Funny name.
Well, he's from Atlantis. They got funny names. In that he's not altogether unreasonable in what he's doing. It's just that the methods he's going about it are kind of no, don't do that. Like for instance, here he's invading Wakanda. He's trying to
take over the world.
He's trying to murder this little. Well, she's not a child. She's 19, but he's still trying to murder this innocent person for developing technology that could detect vibranium. Mm-hmm. And so, yeah, there's the bad there, but overall, he's not 100% evil.
Yeah, because he is just trying to look out for his people.
They did change Namor's backstory around a little bit here, as opposed to the comics. Here, he's from 16th century Mexico. He was part of the Mayan civilization. His mother and other tribes and other members of his tribe fell victim to smallpox, and they ate a plant from vibranium-rich soil that enabled them to not only survive, but made them into water people. Yeah. So yeah, it's a little different, and eventually his mom died, and he wanted to bury her where they were from. Yeah. But he found that the conquistadors were, doing their thing, colonizing his land.
Over, yeah.
So he and all the and his people, they just killed them all to protect their people. So yeah, he's been around for a while. This movie, I'm assuming, is taking place in 2024, given that Nakia said that 6 years ago, Thanos came and did a snap.
I don't know the times.
Well, from Infinity War to Endgame, it's 5 years.
Okay.
And then everyone gets brought back. And then this takes place a year after that.
So Infinity War takes place
in 2018.
2018.
So, but that also begs another question. So, everyone gets snapped. T'Challa, Shuri, a whole bunch of other people get snapped. And then come back 5 years later. Okay, fine, cool. We're going good so far.
Yep.
And then T'Challa dies like that same year. I'm not... The timelines do match up. It's just weird that... It's just... unfortunate for him that he comes back and then he has to die again.
Yeah, well, he didn't plan that.
But I mean, I don't know.
No, That was something they couldn't really avoid.
Well, I mean, they could have said that his death a few, like a year or so after that.
In the future,
yeah.
I guess they could have.
They could have done that. They didn't, but well.
It doesn't really matter. I know you care about timelines.
I mean, no, the timeline matches up. There's nothing wrong, mathematically speaking. It's just unfortunate for the characters that,
you're right.
And poor Shuri, she is going through a lot in these years. Like, first of all, in 2016, her dad dies. King T'Chaka gets murdered by Zola. Not Zola. Zemo.
Oh.
Zemo.
Wait, I guess I missed that part.
What were you thinking?
I thought the Claw guy did it.
No. Well, Claw did kill T'Chaka in the comics, but not in the movie. Claw killed other Wakandans in the flashbacks of the first Black Panther movie.
Maybe that's what I'm getting confused with.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Anyways. So, Zemo kills King T'Chaka in 2016 during Civil War. Then, like a week later, she and her mother and Nakia lose T'Challa to the ritualistic combat between him and Killmonger. They think he died. He doesn't, but for a second there, they think he did. Mm-hmm. And then 2 years later, in 2018, she loses T'Challa again, which isn't as bad because she got dusted too.
Yeah.
And then when they all come back, and then he dies again for real this time.
Uh-huh.
And then her mom Ramonda dies too after getting drowned by Namor.
Yeah. Lots of death happening. Lots of death.
This poor girl.
Yeah.
But she does get to become the Black Panther, and she gets to, be the protector of her people.
It was nice. It was nice to see her be the Black Panther.
Yeah, it was nice watching her, just fight the Talokans and just be awesome.
Yeah. Did you say your favorite scene yet?
No, I didn't. What would my favorite scene be?
There's a lot to choose from.
Yeah, there is. I feel like this is a bit easier than the first movie to choose.
Yeah.
But it's still not easy.
Mm-hmm.
I really don't know, actually.
You said it was easier to choose.
I didn't say it was easy. I said it was easier.
That's what I said. You said it was easier to choose. Okay, alright. Fair enough. I understand. It was good. It's a good movie.
So, do we have anything else to say? I mean...
Do you want to do favorite characters? Or, pretty much all the characters are the same.
For the most part.
You have a different one. I've come to like... Who did I say?
Shuri?
No, in Black Panther, did I say Shuri?
You might have.
Okay, I'm going to still continue with her being my favorite. She went through a lot of development in this one. Yeah. Really got the main focus, so that was really cool. What about you?
Well, I can't say my choice for, from the first one.
Because he wasn't in it.
He wasn't in it. But I did find myself liking Namor more than I thought I would. Which is weird considering how much I crapped on him in the first
Yeah, I know. You're like, this guy's a loser. He's gonna be so dumb.
I didn't say he was gonna be dumb. I said comic Namor is a freaking dork.
Yeah, you did say that, yeah.
I was open to, seeing how he's gonna do in this one, and he ended up being kind of cool. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, Namor was cool. Shuri, she was pretty good too. And I always love seeing M'Baku.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Namor, I don't know. His design is weird. Just like the ankle wings, I don't know. They seem more nerdy than cool. I don't know. Just, if he had 2 wings on his back, I feel like he would look more majestic. But wings on the ankles.
Look,
I know that's probably what he would look like in the comics.
That is exactly what he looks like in the comics.
So, but I understand.
There's also already a mutant with wings, with feathery wings coming out of his back.
Yeah.
He's called Angel, and he's all right.
Okay.
But yeah, also when he said that he was a mutant, I popped off there.
Yeah, and you made a noise, and everyone looked at you. That's what I felt like happened. I looked at you. I was like, what?
I was probably the only one that noticed that, aside from the nerds who were sitting next to us.
I noticed because you go, oh, you did so. Oh, you snapped. That's what you did. I was like, I know you did something.
I slapped like Leonardo DiCaprio in that meme.
Yeah. And I sat next to you, watching the movie.
Yeah. So that'll have to do it for us for this movie. This definite recommend from both of us.
Yeah, very good. Like I said, I think I liked it more, but I will be honest, didn't really pay attention the first time I watched Black Panther, or the second time, however many times I watched it.
You've seen it at least twice.
Didn't really pay attention both times. It's also easier to pay attention when you're in a theater.
Yeah.
Than if I'm watching it at my house. Well, that's my thoughts. It's good.
Yeah.
It is very good. I liked it more than what I thought.
Definitely go see it.
Yeah, go see it as soon as you can.
Well, see you guys next time.
See you next time.